Now listening to Tough Tiger Talk. Shout out to the fan. Appreciate y'all for joining me for this episode of Tough Tiger Talk. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Please feel free to share the show with all the Tough Tiger Talk diehards out there. We're talking about in this one, this collage right here. Got a midweek report coming at you guys, breaking down the action with LSU. Of course, as you know, and the LSU leaped into the polls at 18th, family. So that's good news as we jump into it. Very good here, man. Seeing LSU climbing into the rankings. Of course, early in the year, they were in that thing at the bottom of the poll, but have leaped all the way up to 18th, which is the highest they've been in the poll this year after beating the number 7th rank at the time, Ole Miss Running Rebels, that dropped all the way down to 15th. The Tigers leap into that thing, unranked or not ranked, to number 18th right there, as you can see them right here. So shout out to LSU. Also shout out to Tulane, man, as they're doing their thing. They're 7-1. They're ranked 23rd in the AP poll. And LSU and Tulane in the poll at the same time. This is the first time this happened in some time. We'll go over an article. Let's jump right into it, man. As you can see, LSU, man, doing some great stuff in this thing, and a lot to be said about Coach Brian Kelly. Comeuppance need to be given to him and how he's turned things around here. His team is sitting up here 6-2. They very well should have won the week 1 matchup. We're not going to get into that. But at the bye, the team have an opportunity to kind of relax and rest and prepare for Alabama. And it's a lot at stake between LSU and Alabama right now. The Tide, Alabama Crimson Tide, is 7-1 right now. And at the top, you know, as you can see at the standings right now in the SEC West, LSU is 6-2. So with a win, LSU could leapfrog Alabama. But that's a lot to be said there. It's going to be a tough matchup between the two, and we're going to be looking forward to it. So we're going to preview the LSU and Alabama game next week, as this is the bye week for our beloved Tigers. Let's get into some more LSU news. Recruit news coming straight from Fan Nation's LSU Country is that LSU, of course, we know this a couple hours ago, LSU get a commitment from the 2023 class from a linebacker, Christian Brathwaite. Now he's the linebacker, commit number 2 in the 23 class, provides some more depth at the position of need. Zach Nagy on the scoop. And of course, the 2023 recruiting class continues to get stacked. Talent across the board. The one position group that lacked the depth was the linebacker position. Wednesday morning, Coach Kelly and his staff went out and secured high-rising prospect Christian Brathwaite to give LSU the second linebacker commit in the 2023 class. Now, he's from Cypress, Texas, in the midst of the dominant senior season, and could quickly see a jump in the overall ranking before it's all said and done. But regardless of the ranking, Brathwaite is a baller. Now, he's 6'1", 225 pounds, is already has the adequate size for at the linebacker position, but he's only scratching the surface. So now LSU, as the Zach Nagy is saying, they flipped longtime Baylor linebacker commit Christian Brathwaite after his unofficial visit last weekend for the Ole Miss game. The Texas native feels a position of need for the Tigers at the linebacker position, with LSU now sitting at 23 commits in the 23 class. So this was good, man. This is a real good one. So LSU heading to the Wednesday morning set with just one linebacker commit. That was Whit Weeks, the younger brother of Wes Weeks, and Whit does it all on the gridiron. With his ranking already moving up, he should be a 4-star on most platforms by the time he hits BR. Now, pairing with Brathwaite and Weeks alone, with one another, gives the Tigers a duo who can complement each other extremely well. Now, 2 linebackers who play a similar style, mainly a tandem that can use their athleticism and technique to their advantage, gives defensive coordinator Matt House some lethal weapons. So great news. Anything we could take from Baylor or from Texas to bring to LSU, we continue to build this thing. The 2023 class is very exciting for the Tigers. So currently, we looking good at 6-2, ranked 18th in the country. Good news on that front as we move forward. Some news just to throw at you for the Alabama LSU kickoff time, as you can see right here from AL.com. The Alabama LSU game will be back under the lights in Baton Rouge. Crimson Tide and Tigers will kick off at 6 p.m. November the 5th. The SEC announced Monday the game will air on ESPN for the second straight year after spending more than a decade in CBS. But the teams will enter coming off the open week this Saturday. Of course, you know LSU is 6-2 in the SEC, 6-2, 4-2 in the SEC. Coming off the momentum, they beat number 7 ranked Ole Miss 45-20 in Tiger Stadium in Alabama. 7-1 overall, 4-1 in the SEC, coming off the 30-6 win over Mississippi State. And they have won 5 straight in Baton Rouge after the Tigers won 24-21 in 2010. Saban's only loss at LSU since returning as Alabama's coach. We got to say something about that. But listen, like I said, we're going to look into this game a little bit more in the preview. This is a big game for us. So we're going to do a show and open up the lines of communications for the family members to chime in on their thoughts about what happens in LSU and Alabama matchup. Now, final article coming straight from Crescent City Sports. LSU and Tulane in the top 25 together for the first time in 24 years. This is good news here if you from the state of Louisiana and from New Orleans area and you love LSU and you got love for Tulane. These guys, Tulane playing really good ball, so is LSU. Last time it happened was October 12th, 1998. That's the last time it happened when LSU and Tulane were both ranked in the latest college football top polls released Sunday, and they'll likely remain there at least another week since both teams have open dates this upcoming week. And then the coaches poll, the Tigers went unranked to 20th on the heels of the 45-20 victory over Ole Miss, while the Green Wave moved up one notch to 24 after the holding off Memphis 38-28 at Saturday at Yuma Stadium. LSU jumped into the AP top 25 as well, landed at number 18. Tulane moved up 2 spots in the AP poll of 23. The Tigers also made their first appearance of the season in the Football Writers Association of America Super 16 poll at 16. So as you can see, we'll go over a couple of the names as LSU meets Alabama coming up this week. The top ranked so far in the AP polls, as you can see right there: Georgia, Ohio State, Tennessee, Michigan, Clemson, Alabama, TCU, Oregon, Oklahoma State, USC, Wake Forest, UCLA at 12, 13, Penn State, Utah. Ole Miss dropped from 7 to 15, Syracuse at 16, 17, Illinois, and LSU at 18. Kentucky is right up under them at 19, followed by Cincinnati, North Carolina, Kansas State, Tulane at 23. That's right, Tulane at 23. North Carolina State and South Carolina round out the top 25. So shout out, man, to LSU and Tulane, man, as they continue to build and do some great things. The first time in 25 years that both of these squads been in the poll at the same time. So looks good. Well, with that said, that's going to do it for the latest episode of Tough Tiger Talk. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and share the show on your social media feed. We'll return next week with our full-out LSU versus Alabama preview. We'll open up the phone lines, give you all the latest information, stats, facts, breakdown, and the latest from Coach Brian Kelly and others. With that being said, I'm going to holler at y'all later. Appreciate you guys, and go Tigers.